Okay, so if you don't mind, tell me a little bit about the book that you've got here.
Well, this is by William Albert Galloway. It was published in 1934 originally. This is the reprint that was done a few years back. And it's called Old Chillicothe, Shawnee and Pioneer History, Conflicts and Romances in the Northwest Territory. And Dr. Galloway was our first president of the Historical Society.
Now, which historical society is
It's
this?
Greene County, Ohio Historical Society, and we're located in Xenia.
Now, on this book that you've got here, Old Chillicothe, it has Tecumseh ties, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Can you tell me about that?
Yes. William Albert Galloway was of the Galloway family that settled here in the late 1790s, and some of his family had hosted Tecumseh, who was one of the original settlers in this area, and they were friends with the Galloway family. So William Albert Galloway decided to write a book about that kind of interaction between them and the Shawnee.
Now, this book, Old Chillicothe, you said was its title.
Yes.
Wasn't this born out of some kind of a ceremony?
In 1920s, or I believe maybe 1931, the Tecumseh great-grandson, Thomas Wildcat Alford, and James Galloway's great-grandson reenacted a ceremony, a pipe-smoking ceremony of peace between the peoples.
Between the Shawnee people and the Galloway people?
Yes, from what I understood of the research I've done.
Okay. Well, what kinds of things are in this book? Like what's in it? What does it cover? What does it talk about?
All kinds of neat stories about the first people that came here, the Ohio Chillicothe's, because there were at least 5 of them, and that each one they would move, the Shawnee would move out of, they would rename it Chillicothe, and then they would call the one that they had moved from Old Chillicothe. So that's in here, historic backgrounds of all this area and the interaction between the whites and the Shawnee, and a lot about Tecumseh, or Tecumseh as he pronounces it here.
Tecumseh.
Tecumseh. And pioneer stories which must not be forgotten, by golly. And then various stories about Blue Jacket and Non-Helema, just all kinds of neat stuff. And then there's several illustrations as well.
Yeah, it's got the prophet in there too.
Yes, quite a bit about him, in fact.
Are there any pictures?
Oh yes, lots of pictures.
What are some important pictures in there?
Well, the old map of the Miami country, which would be the land between the Great Miami and the Little Miami, which is this area here. Rebecca Galloway, the memorial to Tecumseh, the tomahawk-peapipe.
That's over at the Fort Ancient Museum now.
It is?
Yeah.
I thought it was at Ohio Historical Society.
Ohio Historical Society owns Fort Ancient,
Uh-huh.
and that's where it's on display at right now.
Gotcha. Well, I wish it was here, but oh well. And the site, it's got a couple of different maps in it as well, and then the markers that were placed in the 30s commemorating Tecumseh, and the salt makers that were captured. Daniel Boone was among that party and brought up to Old Town.
Now, Daniel Boone is a historical figure that we've heard more about,
Oh yes.
kind of like Johnny Appleseed.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of things got attributed to Daniel Boone or to Simon Kenton that didn't actually happen, but those were the big names, so that's who got the credit.
Right, I see how that goes. Hang on just a second. Okay, there's a myth about Tecumseh falling in love with the daughter of James Galloway, Rebecca Galloway, and apparently there was some kind of romantic involvement. I guess he made her a canoe or something like that. Can you tell me about that?
Well, it's a good story, and I think it is just that. It's a story. She probably may have fallen in love with him. I don't know. They did not marry. They did not have a child, as I have seen on the internet, that they had a daughter together. How that got started, I do not know. But the timing is wrong. For the time when she was old enough to be courting anyone, he and his brother had already started to lead the people to Greenville and then on into Indiana. So I really don't think that that's probable. But James Galloway, William Galloway, tells the story in Old Chillicothe, and he was only 16 when she died. So she may have told him some things, and then he put things together that was, maybe not. So I really don't think that the story is absolute truth.
Okay. Now, I heard that Tecumseh had prophesied about a return. Can you tell me a little about that?
The little I know is that he did so, and it reminded me of the King Arthur legend that he will come back and, here lies Arthur, king now and king forever. And it kind of reminded me of that, but when Tecumseh is most needed, he will reappear to lead his people.
Okay, and that's definitely not the grandson who didn't match his personality.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I've just heard about that one, that he looked exactly like him, but he did not have the personality to go with that. And maybe that skips a generation. Maybe he won't look like him. The Tecumseh that is to come won't look like him, but he will have his personality.
Of course, there's also the Native American belief of the seventh generation, too.
Yes, that's
Every
true.
seventh generation this and every seventh generation that. So the seventh generation of Tecumseh is here now.
Oh, well, that's true. Yeah, if you give the generations 20 or 40 years, it still would work out to be around this time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, Now you are, and your title?
My name is Catherine Wilson. I am the Executive Director of the Greene County Historical Society, and I have been here since January of 2008.
Okay.
And if you want to buy this lovely book,
Yeah, show us the book here.
okay, it's Old Chillicothe.
I've got it zoomed in here.
Okay, that's
Okay.
the title page.
And how would anybody get a copy of this? I mean, is it widely available? Can you get it at barnesandnoble.com or what?
Not that I'm aware of. We can have it here at the Historical Society. We're at 74 West Church Street in Xenia. That's Xenia, Ohio 45385. And our email address is gchsxo@sbcglobal.net. And we will send it to you. It's $25 because it is a nice big thick hardbound book. And we'll send it to you plus postage, and tax is already included.
So this is the only place it's available is here in Xenia?
Yes. As far as I know, there's a place on South Detroit Street called Blue Jacket Books,
Mm-hmm.
and they may have a few copies, but we have several more copies than they do.
That's ironic that such an important historical book is only available in one place. You're willing to ship this to other people, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have a phone number here?
Yes, it's 937-372-4606.
Okay. So just in case somebody is interested, the book is called Old Chillicothe.
Yes.
The authors are who again?
William A. Galloway is the author's name.
Okay. And just one more time, if you don't mind, your contact information if somebody wants to look into a book, contact you, or order a book, anything like that?
It's the Greene County Historical Society. Greene has an E on the end. At 74 West Church, Xenia, Xenia, Ohio 45385.
Okay. And phone number again?
937-372-4606.
Okay. Thank you, Catherine.